It's Yamina again. I hope you all are doing well. Today I wanted to talk about the book called Happy to Be Nappy and why I don't use the word nappy to describe my hair. Hair in the black community is very diverse, and especially when it's natural, it's within different families, it could be very diverse. Like within my family, we all have kind of different hair types, and I actually wear my hair natural since 2000, and I like it that way. It's, to me, it's a lot of maintenance and a lot of upkeep, and just making sure my hair is braided or manageable to do in the next morning as quickly as possible. So it does take a lot of work. But the book Happy to Be Nappy, I'm going to read something real quick, was created by Bell Hooks, and her real name is Gloria Jean Watkins, and she is actually African American as well. And that book came out September 10th, 1999. And a few years after it came out, one of my good friends actually gave me that book. A few years. Anyway, one of my friends in college gave me that book, and she is actually African American and Choctaw Chickasaw, and she, to me, looks mixed. She doesn't look like she's just African American, and she doesn't look like she's just Native. She looks like a good mixture of both. And she gave me that book because she was trying to be encouraging to me, since I was transitioning from wearing my hair in a relaxed state with chemicals to wearing it natural. And so she was trying to be encouraging, and I really thought that book was super cute. And it was just talking about being happy with your hair in its natural state and enjoying that it grows up instead of down, and that it's just thick and healthy. But I don't have that book anymore because I threw it away, because I decided that's not a word that I use for a description of my hair or any other black person's hair. And that's just because I don't think it's inclusive, and I don't think it's accurate or appropriate, because my hair is kinky, coily, curly, and I get curlier hair when I do a braid out. So this is a braid out. When I do a twist out, my hair is a little bit puffier. But it's a little bit more defined when I do a braid out, and as long as there's not a lot of humidity in the air, which there isn't today. So I thought it was like an inaccurate description of how I identify my hair. And also, what made me really solidify my opinion on that, but I had already stopped using the word nappy to describe my hair years ago. But what solidified my opinion was sometime last year on Instagram, somebody clarified in the comments that nappy was originally used in England, and it usually meant, it usually was a dirty diaper, but it was also just a diaper. But then it also came to like translate into something that was like unkempt, untaken care of, whatever. And some people started to associate that with black hair, and I was just like, no, black hair is not those things. And that person in the Instagram comment actually clarified, anybody can have nappy hair, unkempt, undone, unwashed, unclean hair that's not managed. And like, I've seen people with what we would call like nappy hair, but they're not necessarily black people. And taking care of, and I hope that doesn't sound weird, but basically to me, nappy is like an offensive word. And if you're trying to like describe someone's hair, ask them how they would like their hair to be described, instead of just like tossing words out and saying that's what your hair is. Because even though bell hooks made that word a positive thing, not every black community in the USA uses that word to describe their hair, and not everyone's going to be accepting of it, and I know I'm not. So like I said, my friend was trying to be like sweet, and I thought it was a sweet gesture, but I did throw that book away a few years ago because I don't identify with that being my hair type. And just black hair is just so diverse. So like, for example, I had an acquaintance, she's a singer, I don't think she still lives here, but she wanted me to braid her hair, and I was like, cool. And I did it for free because I don't often get to do other black people's hair, and I really love to do it. I don't do like extensions, I just like to braid their hair naturally, with whether they want box braids or cornrows. And so we had decided I was going to put like 9 cornrows in her hair. And I had her come over She already like had her hair washed, whatever, and I just had to detangle it. Hopefully I didn't ruin her hair when I did that. But her hair was super thick, and I was just like, oh wow, like I've never played with my mom's hair, I never played with my sister's hair, and I had only been doing my hair relaxed, and then like after it was not relaxed anymore, I have been only doing my hair. One time I had braided a friend's hair in college, but anyway, so this was like only the second time I was doing another black person's hair, and we weren't related, and I was just like, wow. So it took a while to detangle her hair. I don't know how long that took, but what was amazing and shocking to me, we had decided that I was going to do like 9 to 6 cornrows in her hair, and I was being like a perfectionist a little bit, so if I didn't like the way the braid started, I would restart it and do it over again. And I kid you not, she didn't pay me. I actually like gave her, what did I give her? I gave her like a smoothie, because I had made a smoothie. No kidding, we talked a lot. It took me three hours to braid 9 cornrows in her hair. It takes me 10 minutes to braid about 10 cornrows in my own hair. So like black hair is very diverse, and I'm not kidding. I'm not talking about the detangling time, because her hair wasn't like super tangled, it was just really thick, and I just wanted to make sure that I was able to maneuver in her hair and make parts efficiently. So I did that. I didn't even count that into the braiding time, but I don't know why. It literally took 3 hours for me to braid her hair. Maybe it was a detangling, because I did this so many years ago, I could have forgotten how long it took from detangling to actually braid in. But yeah, it took me 3 hours to do her hair, and it was just 9 cornrows, and I didn't think they were perfect, but she was like, it's cool, it looks fine, like we'll see how long I keep them in. But I was so disappointed with how I made her hair look. She was fine with it, but I wish I had had more time and like more skill in braiding her hair, because I wanted to do a better job. I wanted to give her box braids because it's just easier for me to do, and I knew it would have been like really pretty. Um, but with cornrows, that was the first time I ever braided cornrows into another person's hair, and I was not pleased with what I did, and I would have liked to have practiced more, but we had stuff to do, so I didn't do it again. But yeah, so just black hair is really diverse, and like using certain terminology, certain words to describe black hair is like, it's better to know what's better to say and not good to say, because even in popular culture, like some people use that word specifically to be rude to black people, whether they're black themselves or not. They use that word to be rude to somebody. And then other times it's just like a positive description, but I don't use it, and I will never use it again. And like I said, my friend was just trying to be nice and telling me like it's great that you're going natural again. And I thought that was really sweet, but I don't use that terminology anymore. So I just say black people's hair, or I say kinky coily curly hair. And within that range of hair descriptions, like black people just have very diverse hair from one to the next, and some people still relax their hair, some people lock their hair, and it just depends on the person. And just know, like, nappy is not like widely accepted as a good description for a black person's hair. So that's just my 2 cents and how I feel about that word. And I hope that was informative, and that's the end of the video. Okay, bye.